Hi everybody. A lot of people have been asking me, what exactly is high performance coaching? So this is something that I've done social media and digital marketing coaching for a long time, but what is high performance coaching? So what I want to do is I want to tell you a story of what happened at the cottage, which really illustrates exactly what high performance coaching is. So my husband and his friend Chad and Chad's son went out fishing. So Cole is about 12. And they're fishing in their boat, little, I think it's a 5 horsepower motor. And suddenly Cole goes and casts his fishing rod, and he catches Mark right in the ear. So boom, right through his ear, the fish hook and all barbs and everything. Chad looks at Mark and goes, "Oh, that's not good," which is not the right thing to say, because unfortunately my dear husband has this physiological reaction to punctures, and as soon as he gets punctured, he passes out. So imagine this: there's 3 guys, so 2 guys and a 12-year-old on a boat in the middle of a lake. Mark's been hooked in the ear, so Chad tries to get him off, and suddenly Mark's passing out thing kicks in. So he's driving the boat and passes out absolutely cold. So he is out, and he's not just out for a couple seconds. He's out for 5 minutes. So now Cole and Chad don't realize that Mark has this reaction. And so they're freaking out. Cole now thinks that he has killed Mark. And he considers Mark a personal friend. So now he thinks that Mark is dead and he's losing his mind. Chad now has Mark on, he's fallen forward onto his lap. He doesn't know what the heck is going on with this guy. So he has to somehow maneuver the boat. No one's driving the boat anymore. So Cole's freaking out. No one's driving the boat. Mark's passed out in his lap. There's a fish on the line. And Chad has to figure this all out all in one shot. So he turns Mark around and has him so that he's sitting up. Because again, Mark is out cold and he has a lot of weight. He works out. So he's got a lot of weight in the upper part of his body. And so now Chad is now having to figure out, okay, how do I get the fish off the line? Cole had to go and drive the boat. He has to call 911 because he doesn't know what's going on with Mark. So he's doing all of this all at the same time. And so the short form of the story is Mark was passed out for 5 minutes, absolutely fine. He just got a little you can't even see it. Those 2 weeks ago, you literally can't even see where he got hooked. We had to take a ride to the hospital. The doctor thought it was hilarious that she does it I don't know how many times a day, and gets the hook out. We still have it. We're gonna put it in a little shadow box and keep that as a memento. But all this to say, so just again, for those of you who are joining, just know, picture this: 2 men and a child in a boat. One of them's passed out. No one's driving the boat. 12-year-old's freaking out, thinking he killed the guy who's passed out. And Chad, the one guy, has to keep it all together. So high performance coaching, and what was really important is Chad works at a plant, and he goes through a lot of health and safety stuff. So he was very well versed. He knew exactly what he needed to do. So he knew that he couldn't just lie Mark down. He had to hold him up just in case, he spewed or choked his tongue or just something like that. So he had Mark's arms draped across his legs so he could hold him up and all that kind of stuff. So all of Chad's training just clicked right in. And it was amazing to me because when I came and I showed up, Chad was describing to me what happened when the ambulance drivers showed up. Chad flipped into very specific words that apparently all paramedics were looking to hear about his breathing and this. I can't even remember what all he said, but it sounded very official. So when I look at why Chad was able to react in this way, it's because he had that training. He had that super specific training about exactly what to do in a chaotic situation. So when I look at and try to explain to people what high performance coaching means, it's allowing people to think in a way so that when chaos happens, when poop hits the fan and goes splattering all over the place, that you know exactly what to do. That you don't even, it's almost like second nature as to what it is you need to do to overcome whatever the problem is at hand. Whether you have a crisis with a client, a crisis with your money, which is 2 of the main things people have crises with, money and clients, right? Either how to get them, how to deal with them, or sometimes how to get rid of them, also that. And so if that's something that you would be interested in, please PM me. I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. But I wanted more than anything just to educate people, because not a lot of people understand what it is that I do, right? So I still help people on the marketing side. I still do the social media stuff. I'm still a trainer on that side. That's fine. But I've expanded it into the high performance realm, because what I was finding is that all the people that I was generating leads for couldn't close them. And it's not because they were not intelligent or not hard workers, but something else was missing somewhere down the line. And so what the high performance stuff allows you to do is to figure out which parts aren't working, shore in the gaps and get additional skills so that in times of crisis, right? So if something happens now, so let's go back. If I was generating leads for someone, they really didn't know what was going on, right? They didn't know how I was doing it, and all of a sudden Facebook closed their account. They go into a panic and they don't know what to do and they don't know who to call and they don't even call Ghostbusters, right? So that wasn't really helping them. What high performance coaching does, whether it's me or coming from anybody else, right, is to teach you how to think not only in the good times, but also in times of crisis. So that when something goes wrong, right, or when you're presented with an opportunity and you're like, do I take it? Do I let it go? Right? Which way should I go? A high performance thinker knows what to do. Right? And they know what to do because they know where they're going. They have complete clarity on exactly what they're trying to accomplish with their businesses. And because they know what they're trying to accomplish with their business, they know what work is important. And they also know what work is just going to be spinning work that's not really going to get them anywhere. Okay? And so, what my job is to help people to overcome those kinds of things. So hopefully you found this entertaining with the story of my husband who passed out in a boat in the middle of a lake, and the people in the boat with him didn't know that that was happening. But the good news was there was someone on the boat who was prepared, and I'm very grateful that Chad was prepared because I didn't really want my husband to kind of end up in the drink. All right, so I hope you guys have a fantastico day. I think there might be a thunderstorm coming soon, but that's okay because I'll never complain about the sunshine because we have like 9 billion months of winter. Have a wonderful day, folks. If you want to know more about high performance coaching, my new website launches today or tomorrow, RebeccaMountain.ca. You can check it out there. Don't go there now. Go there tomorrow. All right, bye guys.